Well, that didn't end up great. Hey guys, uh, welcome to another video. Oh my, this is a mess. Oh no, this is a terrible mess. Uh, all right, I need some more wood, and I need some dirt. Oh dear, I did not mean to make a mess. I am so sorry. Um, oh oh my. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that at all. So that's great. Let me grab a few bits of dirt. Now I can go fill up the hole the best I can. I was trying to back away, and I think y'all saw what happened. I just didn't back away far enough, fast enough. So I just ended up like getting stuck in the blast like zone. So I just didn't kill the creeper in time, which sucks. Welcome back to another episode of my Forever World, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jackpot0777, your humble host, and I'm going to be taking you onto the vault today to finish up the second floor, which not only will put an end to the project, but we'll actually be able to move valuable items into the vault itself. Alright, well, we have a few bits and bobs to finish up in our personal time, obviously, outside of this project, but we will have the full second floor done pretty soon. So I'm gonna actually finish this section here, and then we can start working on the actual second floor. So the ceilings of the first level are done, and you guys will be able to get to see that in just a few moments. But we need to address something specific. I have block, ceiling, and then floor. Floor for the next layer, I was thinking would be tiles. Polished, or not polished, deep slate tiles, because they're dark, but they're not like... If I used black concrete, I would have to go collect sand, and gravel, and dye, which is all three of them are annoying to get. But with deep slate tiles, I can go mining and still get the resources easily. It's like a bystanding product. We have got plenty. We're just going to fill my entire inventory with this. We've got plenty of deep slate for this. So, you guys are going to get a bit of a time lapse of me. Not really a time lapse, maybe more of a montage, but you guys will get a bit of a little snippet clip of me putting in the floor real quick. So, let's go and do that. Also, sidebar, because I actually really wanted to show this and I just haven't gotten around to it. I downloaded a data pack recently that lets me look at books on a chisel bookshelf, and it shows it. It shows it on the book. It shows up in a little text thing. So now I can look at books. I can organize the bookshelves how I want, and they'll always say the little text of what they are and stuff. So enchanted book for piercing, you know? So I can, every time I go stream on Twitch, I can kind of do like a little thing at the end where it explains, like I could have a little like enchanting book draw at the end, and I can draw for enchanting books at the end of every stream, which is a little bit of a nice detail to add to my little brand. Anyways, let's get back to the construction. we've got the floor down for this room. Now, I mentioned this is going to be the armory, and I wasn't lying. This is going to be the armory. It's just we're going to take a bit of an unprecedented approach to this. I kind of want to do a bit of a different idea or theme with this, in the sense that I want to make it so that every time I have like an armor, because I have a rule in this world that I haven't shared with you guys yet, and that rule is no mending on the armor. I use mending on the tools and stuff, but I do not use mending on my armor, simply because I feel like if I want to do anything with tools, not great. You're not great, I guess, not really. If I want to do anything cool with my world, if I want to have any kind of recollection or items that I can take away from this, and make like a little, it's kind of like I want to do a museum, but what's the point of a museum if I can't get the armor to not be useful anymore, you know? So what we're gonna do is, for every armor set that is that we use up, or we want to make like a kit or something, we are going to make a glass box that holds the armor stand. And we're going to do it a little bit differently, not the way you would probably expect, but hold on. Just let me get some of the resources and I'll explain. Alright, so we are going to take glass, sticky piston, and lever. So we take a sticky piston, glass, and iron armor, put that on the armor stand right there. And we take a lever, stick it on the piston, and flick it on. Alright, now as you can see, obviously the lever fell off, but the glass is now on the armor stand. So if I put another piece of glass there and do it one more time, we've got an armor stand in a glass case. And then we cover this back up, and look at that, armor stand in the glass case. So what I'm thinking is, every time we have one of these show up, right, or we need to do something with armor stands and whatnot in like an armor set, we just stick it right here in this room. That way, we have a bit of an armor collection, if you will. Because I don't want, I'm not going to put mending on any of my armor. I think that's stupid. I think that's dumb. I like the thought of having it preserved in a state like this, so that, like, if I ever happen to, like, if I ever get bored or something, and I can just come back, you know, and look at this. And what I'm planning on doing is, you may be wondering, why is it not in the center of the room? Why have you put it offset? I'm going to put it in the center of each torch instead. Or, like, I'm going to put, like, lights in the floor, like glowstone lights or something like that in the floor, eventually. And it'll sit in the middle of each glowing light. That way, there's absolutely no chance that anything will spawn in here. Because I did have that happen. I was blocking up all of these lights that are hidden behind the stairs here, right? I was blocking all these up, and I had some skeletons spawn, and they started shooting at me and stuff, and it's actually kind of scary. But so that is an excuse for me to come back down here and work on some of the stuff down here, because we have a few things that need to be done. One of those things is we need to get lanterns, a bunch of lanterns, and we are going to stick lanterns all through the hallways in this room, in this area. And so, and we have to put doors, lanterns, and we're gonna make this room into a kind of like a library almost, and stuff of like a records room almost. And if you happen to notice that my microphone is slightly different, that's because it is. I'm using my actual, like, laptop's microphone now, instead of my actual, like, my full, like, microphone on a boom stand. So now we are using my actual laptop microphone. So, we're actually going to be taking a break from the So we're actually going to be taking a break from the vault building from the fortress, and we're actually going to start a new project because I have one small issue. Right? Let me pan over. Actually, no. I'll just explain. I live at negative 156, negative 661. Right? That's where my storage room itself is, and that's the general area that I work in. But I have in that direction, or somewhere in that direction, about, I would say, 600 blocks in that direction, is where the world spawn actually is. And you know what? It's kind of annoying having to travel back and forth, over and over. I could probably actually just go to the map room. Give me one moment. So coming in here, right? I would say, if I look at this and the relativity of it all, it's not even on the map. That's how far it is. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's over in this direction. It's in this area, right? Well, hello there. But but like if I look at this and all that, and I kind of imagine this. This is where we are in the map building. Here, I'm actually gonna do this. Zoom in. We're over here in the map building. This is the storage room with the red building. This is the vault, the giant square, right? So if we kind of, it's actually a bit in this direction over here where I haven't explored yet is the world spawn. So going in that direction whenever I die and I happen to not have because I carry my bed around with me, so that like I'm never far from it and stuff, and because I hate night times. Something I'm thinking about doing is making a kind of a build structure at spawn. Specifically, I kind of wanted to make a cloning facility, like a sci-fi kind of build. It's a cloning build, where basically every time I die, something activates at world spawn, quote unquote activates. It's not actually, nothing actually happens, obviously. It's just, something fun to kind of like add lore to my world. And so I wanted to have a building that basically would be where I spawned in every time. Like if I respawned in that, like at world spawn, I respawn here instead of like out in the wild. Basically, I respawn inside an enclosed building. And it doesn't technically have to be a cloning building. It could be like a cloning facility. It could be like a magical kind of thing, like a shrine or something, or some kind of other structure that I would spawn at. Like, I just know that if I really wanted to, I could just like put my bed in a block with the corner, with the only like spawn spot being the corner. That way, whenever I die, I am forced to spawn in this exact same spot of my choosing. But there is the caveat of I cannot sleep, or else my respawn point will change. And I obviously don't want my respawn point to change, because you know what? That means that what's the point, So it's easier to just go build something. And so I actually needed to look up the world spawn, take some resources over there, and kind of do a bit of planning. Alright, so this is spawn. I've located 00. I actually had to look up a seed map just to figure out where the spawn was. And conveniently enough, my spawn point is technically at 00. I looked it up, and the automatic spawn point radius is like 20 or 21 or something like that. So from this point here that I've set apart, the spawn point radius goes about 21 blocks in each direction, which makes this build slightly more complicated because I can't change it now, obviously. So we are going to run home, get some resources, come back, and we're going to build something. It's easy to find your base when you're coming over the hill of like the mountain, and all you see is a giant block in the middle of a valley. That it makes it so easy to find my base that it's actually ridiculous. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do some tough. I'm out of cobblestone, but I do have plenty of stone I can use. So there's that. What about andesite? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see about andesite. So, and then I think the last thing I probably need. I think the last thing I probably need is to get all the gravestones and write everything down, because the whole point is I'm moving my gravestones over. So give me a moment to figure out if that's all the resources I'm going to bring. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to bring. Alright, well, I'll go and pick up all of the gravestones and shove those in my inventory, write everything down, obviously, beforehand. I've taken all the tombstones down, but I'm at 23 deaths now. That's 10 more than what I had before, and I'm afraid to admit why. It's partially because I was trying to figure out where the spawn point was, and I was trying to do it like in a very mathematical way of just letting myself die and marking where I respawned over and over. It wasn't a wise decision, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. So a lot of these deaths are like 10 of those deaths are just plain like me just fooling around, I guess. So that does mean I need to go and mine some more cobblestone up real quick. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, that was not good. I probably need to bleep that out or something. Oh, wow. That terrified me. Wow. Oh. Okay, let me turn up my brightness real quick. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, here. I'll just do this real quick so you guys can see. Wow, that scared the ever-living bejesus out of me. Holy crap. Wow. Whew. I fell right into that cave, didn't I? Wow. Sometimes you just gotta improvise. I got real smooth with that. That was crazy. Woo! I just fell out of the hole and it startled me, man. I don't know what happened. In total, we need 52 stairs and 26 pieces of cobblestone for this. So I already have 26 of the stairs, obviously. So I just need 26 more stairs. Alright, there we go. That's enough stairs, cobblestone stairs, cobblestone blocks, and oak signs. Now I think we are prepped and ready to head over back to the gravesite. Oh, look at that! All of the mangrove trees have grown while I was gone. That's nice. All right. I guess that means that when I come back from this little project, I can chop those down real quick. So I think what we'll start with is we'll start by making a bit of a platform here, using some of the resin and some of the other blocks. I'm going to make a few polished tuff, a few polished andesite, maybe a few stone bricks, and I think that's all we'll probably. I probably grabbed way too many resources for this, honestly. So, let me do some building here. Where is 0, 0? Let me refine that right here. All right. So we kind of build out from it like this. Okay. And then I probably could do a ring of the stone bricks around this. And that's actually not too much of a bad platform. I think we could probably like swap around this piece and this piece. There we go. And that makes it look a little bit less like uniform, I would say. Although I don't like how it kind of makes a shape. I don't like how it kind of naturally made a shape. There we go. Maybe? I'm not sure. You know what I could do? Oh, yeah, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to try something. So it kind of looks like a J, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. If it was one block wider, I think I could make it work a little better. But, I mean, not really. What if I tried to make a 7? Give me a second. We're gonna figure out a pattern. We're gonna figure out some cool design for this. Yeah, look at that. 7. Like 777, because my name has Jackpot in it. That's nice. That's cool. Alright, let me take down this pillar. Alright, we're going to do some terraforming and some building, and we're going to replace all of the different tombstones and stuff, and we'll just get everything back to the kind of moved over here and finished. Alright, so we've got 23 tombstones in. Now the last thing we probably need to do is just assign all of them and stuff. And here's the format I was thinking of doing. I'll just do it on this one. I was thinking the number of death, right? Like this will be my first death. R.I.P. just because, rest in peace. The date, which this one will be like I have no idea at all. And then the manner of death, which I'm going to leave blank for this one because I don't know what I died the first time. So some of these I'll have signs and descriptions for and stuff. Some of these I won't because it's just I've either forgotten or I didn't keep track or something. So that is 90% of what's the rest of this is going to be. So we have officially finished up this build. I'm actually going to try and sleep real quick before any mobs mess this up too much. There is a creeper over here. Come at me! Come here! Buh! Oh, well. We almost had a flashback to the beginning of the episode. That's not great. Come at me! Come here! I will slay thee! Okay, let's actually move you over here. Hold on. There's another one over here, too. This is terrifying. Okay. Come over here. Come on. Come at me. Fight me. Oh, no, that sucks. Oh, no. Oh, no. You guys didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened here. Nothing happened at all. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything at all. You didn't see a thing. You didn't see nothing. Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. But we are going to run off into the distance and let this zombie forget about us because I literally just saw that he was following us. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will get back to you guys in the next one with a new project idea because I'm out of ideas and I need to find something else to build. Don't worry though, we'll find something. There's always something in a forever world that, we can't stop building in. Alright, I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and remember, stay tuned for more. Bye-bye!